What is up, everybody? How we doing? How's it going? I feel like I'm really loud. Hold on, I'm gonna turn myself down. How's it going? How are we? Oh man, is it about that time? I think it is. I think it is indeed about that time. What is up, everyone? My name is NotQuiteChrome. You can call me Chrome though, and welcome to the Chromecast. Hope you all are having a beautiful Monday evening, Tuesday morning, wherever you are. I hope it's a good one. Hello. It's late. It's like 9:15 where I'm at, which I can only imagine for those of you who might be tuning in on the East Coast. It's pretty late for you. Apologies. I had a certain baseball game to watch, and it ended up going a lot later than I thought. But that's okay, because we're here now, and I'm really excited to finally play this game. I'm facing my fears. I've wanted to play this game for so long, for a multitude of reasons beyond it's very good from what I've heard, but also it's my boy. And I'm really excited. You'll understand what I mean in a little bit here. I gotta keep you guessing. Hello Chewy, hello Matt, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm so happy to see you here. But yeah, for those of you who maybe missed the title of this, we are playing Slay the Princess, which I know next to nothing about beyond it is a text-based adventure, sort of, with like illustrations, and they just updated it. They just made a kind of director's cut of it, as it were, and they just released that on the 24th, so I've been waiting to play it, and I am finally doing so, and oh boy, I'm scared. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm sure it's gonna be just fine, but I'm a man. I'm scared. I'm scared. It's been, I'm not good with scary stuff, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's made by none other than my buddy Jonathan Sims, and so I gotta. But in any case, hope you guys are doing good. Thank you so much. I started this game. Why hasn't it booted up yet? Come on. There it is. Okay, hold on. Let me just... There we go. Okay. As always, let me know how the volume is. But... Let me see. Let me just go ahead and... Come on, OBS. Please grab the game. Please. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Oh, is it now? Okay. Well, it would be great if I could, I don't know, see the game or have it up here on the stream. This is very strange. I'm not sure why it's not going. Oh, hold on. Screen capture. Oop, nope, not that one. Okay, game capture. Capture specific window. Slay the Princess. Specified window is not a game. Yes, it is. There we go. Oh, wow. It's like super tiny. Let me fix that. Hold on. Oop, there we go. Can you guys hear it okay? So, real quick, couple things. For those of you who are prone to epilepsy, there are flashing images in this, so just FYI, be warned of that. It is a horror game, so do with that what you will. I certainly will be. We're just gonna kind of go in, yeah, and we're just gonna linking CTC. We're gonna actually turn the flickering images off, just for y'all's sake. Oh, I see what happened. Hold on. Okay. Nah, that's all right. All right, let's do this. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ugh! You have no... Jonathan Sims, my love, you have no idea how warm it's like drinking a fresh cup of hot chocolate listening to that, man. I am so like it's such a comfort. Hi Tyra, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Why are you awake? Glad you're here though. I know. It's just okay, so for some context, for those of you who don't know who Jonathan Sims is, totally fine. He is the writer and actor in one of my favorite podcasts ever, which is called The Magnus Archives, which is perfect for this time of year. So if you are interested, I highly recommend it. It is on Spotify, on YouTube, everywhere that you can stream podcasts. Anyways, he is a phenomenal actor and writer, and I believe he helped write this game, as well as obviously, talking in it. So I'm so happy to hear him again.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh wow. Oh man. I've always wanted an Offen monarch. Viva la revolution. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Do I get some sort of reward for this? Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Can't someone else do it? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? You consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? End of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Okay, what happens if she gets out then? I want specifics.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
I'm gonna light a candle. You're in here. There we go. Okay. Let's put this here. Actually, no, I'm not putting that near my mouse during a horror game where I might jerk. Because listening, and when they do, everything will come crashing down. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
He sounds so much like season 2 Jonathan Sims. It's hilarious. He sounds like early Magnus Archives Jonathan Sims, and it makes me so happy.
Unless, of course, You do your job and slay her.
Yeah, killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
I mean, you got a point. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
But you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Can someone else do this?
If only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Excuse me. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you.
For me?
And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Wow. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, but if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
No. Okay.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
So the one thing I do know about this game is that there are multiple endings. It's kind of like, you know, you kind of have to start. It's a text-based adventure, right? So you kind of have to start it over again and again if things go wrong.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I love all the movement.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Hey. There might be some scary imagery, by the way, in case you're sensitive to that.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
We're gonna kind of do this by the book at first, I think. I think we're gonna try to do this by the book at first. Try to actually get her. I'm sure it'll be fine.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the
Only
basement.
one of her hands, though. The other one is free.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes. Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Ooh, what do I do? I don't trust either of them. Nope.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Sorry, ma'am. It's
You
just business.
Poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I don't think she's unarmed, though. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills
this
us?
expecting to die, you're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
And then I guess we're at an
I
impasse.
guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Yeah, sure!
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your
Oh,
hand.
whoa, what's going on with
but
my
you've
hands?
already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
Well,
You shouldn't have hesitated.
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
what is going on with my hands?
As you lie,
I'm some kind of
crushed and
reptile.
broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your
I
lungs.
have feathers on my arms, you're right.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, great stream, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Oh. I'm some
You're
kind of
on
bird
a
person.
path
Person?
in the woods,
Person.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
I get a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Uh-huh.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Sean, stop it.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
This is more than just deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just
It
happened.
hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen
Yeah,
to me.
well-
Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean?
What?
Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Man, it is so fun playing this after having listened to the Magnus Archives for so long, because it's just like, you can hear John in his voice. John is the character in the Magnus Archives, and God, it's just that little twinge that I'm just like, man, I miss it. I need to re-listen to it.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she ended the entire world,
broken.
why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that in the world? To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to... Yeah. Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Doesn't help me. Quote you from last time around, if she's just a princess, why was she so hot? Yeah.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine. Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
Huh. That's interesting.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
She killed me
Like I
last
said,
time around.
if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? Being cagey, what aren't you telling me?
I told you everything you need to know.
Uh-huh.
Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. The less you know about her, the better. Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Oh, here we go.
You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
What happens if we turn around and... I'm really curious about this. What happens if we turn around and leave?
Right. We should just leave. There's nothing we can do to stop her, so we might as well enjoy what little time we have left. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Like I said, I'm pretty okay with the world.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Oh, come
How
on.
convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
What are we, in Coraline? Turn around again and leave
You're
again.
really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down.
Yeah,
the
it's
path
literally
you
a
came.
mirror of the other.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we? We're dead, obviously.
Whoop. World around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Oh, jeez. Eee! Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. It's not. Whoa! Whoa! Okay!
You're
Denial.
on a path in the woods.
The real Slay
And
the
at the end of
Princess
that
starts
path
here. You'll
is a
know it when
cabin.
you see it.
And in
Oh!
the basement of that cabin,
I just got two
is a princess.
achievements.
You're here to slay her.
Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or are okay. Right, let's go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entire.
I'm curious. What if we don't take the blade? We're gonna take it
You
for
take the
now.
blade from.
All right, let's go. Checking in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Talk to her equals hesitated first time. It's true. Okay, let's just try to
You
kill
walk
her.
down the stairs.
We'll just try to kill
and
her
lock eyes
right
with the
off. It'll be
princess.
fine, I'm sure.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Yep, let's go.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tight.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, so you should just drop it. Best not to risk.
She's unarmed.
Roll credits!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking
Yeah, I have.
deep
I'm
into
a
her
bird
heart.
person. Well,
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
she's too chill.
do you actually believe
Yeah,
this was
I
enough
had a
to kill
feeling.
me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
And somehow I believe her.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
I'm not sure.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
I don't trust
We should
this.
make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Okay, don't touch her though.
I really don't think you should do that.
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Unless she's, unless it takes more than that to kill her. I'm gonna arm myself again.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Ew.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Gross.
As you fall,
Ew.
she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate?
I didn't.
It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Razor.
You're on a path in
Okay.
the woods.
Yeah.
You're here to slay.
She's gonna kill me again, but I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here? I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that didn't mean I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us...
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Okay, y'all need to understand, I have not heard Jonathan Sims talk in anything except his own voice, so that's very funny.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
You couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Okay, sure. Wait, the door's on the opposite
The
side.
interior
Ooh.
of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I just got goosebumps.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want.
Say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the
there's a
basement.
mirror.
There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
Where's the mirror?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
I'm bracing.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
Me too. Should we take it? Yes or no? You don't have to. I don't like the state of this place. Yes? Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Yeah, sure. Don't hesitate. I did
The door
it!
to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air
I'm
seeping
sure it's
up
fine.
from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below.
Metal.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
That's right. Scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
I'm scared. Ooh, I don't like
There is
that.
something so wrong with that voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the
Uh-oh.
form of the princess comes into view, her
Uh-oh.
sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that.
I
are
love
we?
her little
She's
smile
trying to
here.
trick us,
Just-
but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us
I
to
recommend
get close,
asking
to let
questions.
our guard down.
Okay.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
At least 5
You
of
are
them.
armed.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Your voice is off. If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped
Innocent.
here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
Uh-huh.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
I don't believe
You
you.
know who is armed? You. So stop second guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that.
And then you killed me, huh?
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
How did you know that you killed me?
Last time? What are you talking about?
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
But that's exactly what happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Yes!
I mean, just so I could stab you for the
Uh-huh.
first time.
Uh-huh.
Aha! Stop there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence.
Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Yeah, I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing
Uh-huh.
anyone to death.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
You are lying. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
What if you're just hiding it somewhere secret?
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Uh-huh.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
Hmm. Hmm. We just talk things through?
But we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly
Has it
still
been 5
figuring
questions?
out our angle.
I can't
we
tell.
don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk, and maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and we'll continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't. Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
Look, I know you're mad at me, but I think we should just, stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored?
Uh-oh.
That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's in a sudden conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really.
Too many
Now, what are we
questions.
going to do?
Okay,
At
well,
least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
I...
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance,
Okay,
at least for a moment.
that's fine.
She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
She's gonna just chop off her hand.
And then
Yep.
she slices through her arm. Okay, maybe we aren't safe here.
Called it.
She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace.
I don't like her teeth.
Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you and for the entire world,
Don't accidentally see.
You are horribly
Listen, I
harassed.
panicked.
you keep pace with
Well-
her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
Okay.
With a scrunch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, that's just sad. That's, you know. see. There we go. That's the arms race. Okay, well, hey, I got to the next chapter.
You're on a path in the woods.
No, I'm not.
No, fuck that. If we don't have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp. A constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
I feel dizzy.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards
The cabin's
now?
all fucked.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
3.
This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility.
I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, with a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It's difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
We had put it on auto just
That's
so
right,
that...
we've got to be able to win eventually.
And what if we never do?
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Okay.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance.
Hi.
She gives you a wry smile.
Yep. Hello again.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again.
Yeah, me neither.
Actually,
Oop, shit.
does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way.
Okay. Thinking about dying makes us good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Okay.
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real.
This
There's
is
only
feeling
here
very
and
Magnus,
now.
actually.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. and the princess's
Sorry.
arms erupt twin blades, glistening
Oh.
with her blood. The empty flesh of her arms
Cool.
flapping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yeah.
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her. Swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. We're gonna fight her. We're gonna have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. We don't have time to think. I try flirting.
I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far.
Yes.
Please don't try romancing the princess.
You're the one who said it was a love story.
She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
Yes.
I'd rather not.
Oh. You guys are no fun.
It's not like she wants us anyway.
Why not? I'm sure we're handsome.
I'm fine with it. Let's see where this goes.
Give her the look. I know you want to kill me, but has anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are?
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks. And a wide grin
That's
comes
only gonna
across her
work for like
face.
2 seconds.
You're the only person I know, so that's a first. You're sweet. I like you. You're also gorgeous.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to
No,
work,
it's not.
isn't it?
No, it's not. She's gonna kill us immediately.
Still gonna kill you, though.
Yeah. It was worth a shot.
Or not.
Yeah. It's
At
fine.
least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing.
Eh, well, what a way to go.
She skewers you. Ow.
Ow.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much.
This is like
Oh,
if
a
Disco
new one of us.
Elysium.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4.
Yeah. It's
No
4.
wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
Well, things happened. Things changed.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her. As long as we keep moving. We'll win her heart eventually.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even
Yeah.
more deluded
Disco Elysium,
voices
who?
think we might stand any kind of chance.
Come on, show me something new.
Wow, okay. Gonna feel... Puff her up a bit. Doesn't work, she kills you again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to Rick skewers you. Well, there's more. We just have to hit her.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Ugh.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way, so stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
She's growing blades
Not
every
bad.
time.
Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah, that was a good one. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you.
She's
We're
getting exhausted by
close
it.
to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
You die. Mutually assured destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good.
I don't like this.
And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Not a fan.
Oh, what if? Throw it out the window. Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
True.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. Yeah, they're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed
Listen, they did
lover.
say it was a love story.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine,
Hi.
make your way to the basement.
There's no
where the
chains.
princess awaits you.
There's no chains.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Huh?
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
I'm good.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to
She
do it
just
right
pulls out a
now.
gun.
You gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
I can't say I'm a
Really?
fan. I can't say I'm a fan of the
Okay, then.
spooky visuals. That's the one thing
Here
that's
we
like,
go. Now.
The princess's skin twists,
speaking of-
splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against
She's
the
just
walls.
blades.
All that remains in the center of the room is a
Yeah.
skeleton.
I knew it.
of
I knew she was getting
blades.
more.
A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
You know,
Are you ready for what comes next?
I saw the substance yesterday, and this is exactly what it's reminding me
Holy
of.
shit!
Yeah, holy shit, indeed.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine. Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive?
Well, her heart's still beating.
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
This
All right,
is all
sir.
just
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Do not act, yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. Princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo and then opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good ending. I got an achievement for that. You do not get to see the other die. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. Do so. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Ooh. The body, it's you. It's you. What? You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Nice wings. I didn't even see, like, me, really. Ooh. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You're the thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights. What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. a dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Good point. We're out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this space?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
Okay, so we're starting from the beginning. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
That's helpful.
I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Being semantic, what are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the razor full to her. Huh.
You're on a path in the wood.
Okay. Forget this, I'm
Are
not
you
doing this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la
That's
revolution.
the spirit.
Oops. Ah.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
First vessel done.
You'll
Huh.
find the
Okay.
princess within. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine
Okay.
layer of dust.
I'm gonna try.
The only
I'm gonna
furniture
try
of
something.
note is a plain wooden table.
I'm not gonna take the blade
Perched
this
on
time.
that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We're just gonna see what happens.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on. Let's. Yeah, sure.
You're only making this more difficult.
I'm sure this will be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Thank you.
New perspectives.
Thank you.
Right? We're trying something new.
You're making a huge mistake.
I know.
No.
It'll be fine.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And there isn't a key. Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Yeah.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Ow.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken
Yes, but
the
less
blade
interesting.
like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Well, I can't be that surprised.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Someone fucking throw my
It's
knife
the
down
blade
here.
from upstairs.
Oh my god.
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess or slay the princess? You know, we've already seen what happens when we slay her, or when we try. New perspectives, right? That's the whole reason we came down here unarmed anyway? We're gonna save her.
Fine.
That'll be fine.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on
these
the
drawings
princess's
are-
arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone
Jeez.
of her arm.
Her eyes are so
Her
big.
limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No,
Gonna eat me.
she didn't.
Gonna eat me.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even
Did not
bothered
see
by
what
just
happens
happened.
if you slay her and don't touch her when she is lying on the floor.
Thank
just like the
you.
narrator wanted.
Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No.
It's true. I didn't
can't
see that.
just let
I'll
her
have to do
escape
that
into
next
the
time.
world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Watch me.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing. Oh my gosh, Warner.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
She hasn't done a thing to hurt me.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Yeah, she's gonna kill me.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive.
The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Interesting.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to...
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your
My
tricks.
Tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
True.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved?
Yeah.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Hey.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Mirror time. Show me the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
I think we're not going to take the blade again. I want to see what happens.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
It's true.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She also said she was worried
called us
we
a
wouldn't.
hero.
And she said she wouldn't. That we
Flattery
wouldn't
really goes a
come
long
back.
way with the two of you, doesn't it?
She remembers.
Waiting for you to come back.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence.
Incontrovertible.
before.
Jonathan, stop that.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Cruelty, sure, but
And
blood.
you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done.
Be the first.
What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Bring a knife. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
That's... You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free
I
us
don't
of
know-
our
I don't
misery,
like
to show us
gallant
mercy
Jonathan
and make the
Sims.
best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
Yeah. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
That is weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. I feel like we maybe shouldn't mention the fact that we were sent to kill her. She already knows. Oh.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride.
Yeah.
To a surprising
unsettling.
extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
No.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Buddy, have you met a woman? Sure, let's
No,
rescue her. This will be fine.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess,
You'll what?
Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Yeah, well.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I think she's gonna kill us.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Something's gonna go wrong.
Ugh.
I'm bracing.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love?
Something's gonna
on
go
our
wrong.
side?
I'm bracing for it.
What do we do now?
Okay, I guess not. You want to?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
It's true.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in
Uh-oh.
deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
You want to end the world?
Are you seriously asking her that?
Yes.
Oh, we've been over this one. No, I do not want to end the world.
There must be something you want. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I don't like this music. You just met me. You can't be... I want you to make me unhappy. But you need your own thing. You've just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Uh-oh. There must be something you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
Oh. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Okay, Okay, clearly something is happening here and I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt. We just figure out a way to be happy together.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Oh, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's
Recommend pressing any
distraught.
choice. Yeah, no, I've been keeping
This
an
is
eye.
unacceptable.
But she can't be unhappy about staying with us, can she? No, it has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy
No.
here.
No.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then...
What?
What?
Yeah,
No,
what?
you absolutely do not do that. Oh, but I do.
Oh, great.
What? What is he doing?
What is
We
he
can't
doing?
see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever.
Gah.
You plunge your nails into your chest, digging
You
deep,
do this, I
grasping
guess.
for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
And yet, it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch.
You know, it's only fair. She did show us her
Your
heart before.
exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room. Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Yikes.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Epilogue.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
Mate.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop in last time.
Huh. She's in the stained glass of the walls.
Not that he was eager to divulge that.
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome!
I can't say I'm happy to be here. This is a bad place.
Supplemental.
All
The rats are in the
stale
walls.
and wrong. Can't you feel it?
Oh, season
Okay,
2
yes,
drama.
I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from, meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes? We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one? The other one?
Smitten.
Yeah, a certain lovesick
Yeah.
fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say, absent.
Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe
No.
only one bonus
Well, we don't
voice
remember that,
is allowed
so-
to be here at a time.
Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but From my perspective, you're definitely bonus.
I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicolored glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
Does it matter if the blade's here? We didn't use it last time, and the time before that she used it to kill
I
us.
see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options.
Yes, and it's an important one. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right.
And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right.
But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do?
I don't actually know.
I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
One of you going to talk about the
Oh,
mirror?
I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on. Like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work? You better not do it again.
Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone. Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement.
All right, let's go to the mirror.
You said that last time too, but that hasn't stopped it from showing up again.
Or moving.
Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement.
Is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time.
You reach forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle.
Figures. And then you push the door open.
Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, it doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm.
Uh-huh.
Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess.
Yeah.
No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature? That is precisely why she poses a threat.
I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that.
We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning.
No, you can't just say that and not...
Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we're not going to examine it.
The more we think, the worse this gets.
Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice.
She's gonna serve us our own heart.
That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner.
I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay? And don't eat the food.
All right, let's go.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other,
What?
gazes averted from the long
That's a
table in the centre of the room. The princess, seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her
Yeah, she's got
heart.
some hanging out
Okay.
there, though.
Everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Isn't that suspiciously easy?
Is anybody going to
There has to
mention
be a
the,
twist.
you know,
There has to be
ominous
something
scribble?
waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
And she said,
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're
Didn't she say the
forcibly
dinner was
seated
ready?
at the head of the table.
she going to eat us?
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
This place.
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
Supposed to? What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said.
Yeah, I'm kind of with paranoid on this one.
It looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you
Yeah,
sure we
the
need to be so
shadow
concerned?
produced food is not exactly
I'm
something
not sure
that's
about
thrilling.
anything, and that's the problem. For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
I'm okay.
It's okay. It's okay. We can figure something else out. Think, think, think. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This isn't fine. This isn't fine at all.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the
Uh-oh.
torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other three torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
I don't like it. Nope. I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something said something you wanted to say. What just happened? Did you make that torch go out?
I didn't mean to. I promise. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Forget about the food. What should we do now?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
Oh,
We
my
can probably
dream.
work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted
Is anybody
from?
not
That's
noticing the
real
big old
game.
shadow behind her?
I I feel like I'm 2 steps behind. You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun. You and the princess do
Wow,
indeed
okay.
figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then,
I love his
the
writing.
climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. Time passes. You play the game. You win. Hey! Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
It's never going to stay fun. You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Which one?
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we
Huh.
added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
This is interesting.
Yeah. The game's just a little
Kinda like a
simple.
Relationship
it fun
that's
again.
dying, but neither wants to.
The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew. And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
As the words leave the princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
It's fine.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is... awful. It's him, isn't it? He's making all of this happen. He's the one who trapped us here. Who? The lovesick one, the one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
Whoa! Oh boy. Fascinating. Fascinating. I love what this has to say. He's smitten. We were real chatty last time. Don't you have anything to say?
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response. No, I saw him smile. That's him. Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
Oh, you're talking to the shadow, aren't you?
She guessed that right away. She knows what's going on here. I knew it.
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
I was right, wasn't I? I can't believe I was actually right. It is him. This is what he became after ripping us open.
Are you actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
We need the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel.
I don't feel anything.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
Don't worry about what's going to happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose? Whatever the shadows have been showing us isn't real. We need to see what happens when the lights go out. You don't have to let it go out. What do you think will happen?
I'm too scared to say. What if my answer is what blows it out?
If you could do anything in this world, what would it be? What would you choose?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
Are you okay?
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
No, it feels like an important part of me is gone. But I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick up the pieces.
You just do, girlfriend.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
This is sad, dude. Of course I do. I don't think I'll ever stop. Whatever we had between us wasn't real. This is real. I don't know if I ever have, but maybe I can now. I'm not sure I've ever had the chance to figure out how I feel about you. Of course I do. I don't think I'll ever stop. I don't know if I ever have, but maybe I can now.
That's a nice thought. I think this place was bad for us. It was keeping us small. I think it's time for us to go.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold, a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does, if he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
Really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it?
Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he? Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful.
Quiet moment passes over you. A comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move. A soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretch their limits, only the tenuous grasp of your hand in hers holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. It's not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust
It
me.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's calling us. And not in a good way.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. See you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Can we trust you?
Approach the mirror. Right in the screen so I can actually see it. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Still can't see. Float. Grown. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much of you has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners.
Love this music.
There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
But I didn't finish the tower, I thought. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
You don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I abandoned tower? Well, that wasn't intentional, but alright. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. An honest heart. Share your happy ending with her.
You're on a path.
All right. I think that is where we're going to call it for tonight. I'm tired. It's late. But boy, if I have an opportunity tomorrow, I am revisiting this because this is amazing. This is a great game. Fascinating. Really, really fascinating. I dig this immensely. And I hope you guys did too, because poof, like it is spooky. It's definitely spooky at times, but man, that last one especially, of like trying to remember or trying to like, because I don't know, I recognize that feeling where you're in a relationship and you pretend like everything is fine, and you try new things, and you do this and that and the other, and it just, in your heart that it's not working. And I loved the whole of like, no, this is making us smaller, let's try something else, and let's actually try being ourselves. And that was amazing. I loved that last ending. I thought that was beautiful. And I love the whole idea that, like, it was maybe the end of the narrator's world, but not necessarily like the world. And or I mean, at least as far as we knew. But no, that was really good. And even the razor one was fascinating, and I'm excited to find the other endings. That's really, really cool. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to slay her some more times now, though. I think we've gone the most pacifist route now, and now it's time for dying time. But I hope you all really enjoyed it. I know that I did. I'm super excited to revisit this. I think this is great. Um like I said, if I'm gonna be streaming at all this next week, this for the rest of this week, it's gonna be tomorrow. I really want to play this again. So yeah, if you can, come on back tomorrow. It'll be a great time. But in the meantime though, I'm so happy that we had you here. Thank you so much for being here. Those of you new and old, if you haven't yet, please give me a follow. It really, really helps me. If you're interested in the other things I've played, I have an entire YouTube channel that is literally just these streams verbatim uploaded onto there. So give that a look as well. Just NotQuiteChrome. It's right there for you. But I hope you all had a great time. I definitely did. Thank you so much. And as always, be good, be kind, be smart, be safe, and be you. Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter. Don't forget to vote if you're in the United States. Please don't forget to vote. Go get your booster, and we will see you in the next one.